Welcome back to my NoFIlter Podcast, everybody. It is Thursday, and for some of you guys, you work over the weekend like dirty sluts, so not me, though. I get Saturday, Sunday, and Monday off. Other than that, I'm joined with my coworker. How's it going?
It's all right.
Yeah.
I'm here.
Yeah, I'm surprised I got you on this fucking thing, huh?
Yeah.
Do you like the intimacy we have going on right now?
It's pretty close. It's pretty close. We can go tip to tip if we needed to. Well, maybe a little bit closer. But
No, it's a little bit.
Yeah.
You ever touch tits with another dude?
can't say I have. Pretty close a couple times.
Right.
Yeah, there was one time I was in high school. I was out with my lady. And a friend of mine, he had his lady with him. We found this forest preserve, found a spot about 10 feet apart, just doing our thing.
So you guys, what were you doing that caused you both to have wieners out at the same time?
Tits, usually, yeah.
That's it?
Pretty much, yeah. We're just like...
So I'm assuming you're like one of the people who have jerked off in a room with another dude at the same time.
No, I'm not gay.
No, well, I'm not. You don't have to be gay to do it. You're not jerking each other off. You're just jerking off.
No, but that's close enough.
Is it just like you're in the same radius? So it's
if I'm within 10 feet of another guy who's coming and it's not into a woman, I don't need to be there.
Are you for gangbangs? Have you ever had a gangbang?
No, can't say I have. Can't say I'm for them.
No? Why not?
It's like my food. I don't like sharing.
For me, it's a hygiene thing. I don't want to put my dick where someone else has cummed in 5 seconds ago.
Yeah, it seems messy.
Yeah,
seems kind of gross.
Yeah.
And then again, like I said, you're right next to another dude's cum. So you don't necessarily want that because then, if she's kind of wild, she hops off, all of a sudden that labia flips it up, gets in your eye. It's not good. You don't want that.
That's absolutely fucking disgusting. I never thought about that. It's just
It does happen, I'm sure, at some point.
You think so?
Gotta be, right?
I knew this girl named Emma in high school. Her boyfriend at the time, gave her a facial and got it in her eye. Puffy as fuck. Refused to go to see a doctor. She's walking around with eye closed all day.
Good God.
2 weeks later, still has not healed, and her boyfriend decided to give her another facial and closed up both eyes, dude. Looked like she was stung by a hive of bees. It was crazy as fuck. So,
well, we've all been there.
Oh no, not me, not me. Facials are not really my thing. It's hot until you're like, damn, I just degraded this guy's daughter.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Speaking of degrading daughters, there's a story for you. When I was probably younger than I was in high school, there was a girl that was at the high school that I went to. I won't say her name or anything. But there's a story that got around that her and her boyfriend tried anal for the first time. And it went terribly wrong. The guy pulled out, and then apparently she had some kind of reaction. Shit got on the walls, literal her shit.
Just everywhere?
Everywhere. I mean, it was terrible. And it was white walls, so it wasn't coming off,
Wow, dude. Just repaint the whole fucking house.
Well, they were gonna, and I'm sure they probably did. But the girl didn't know what to do, so she blamed the dog. The dad put the dog down.
Oh my God.
So,
what
bit of
fuck?
Chain reaction there. Poor Fido bit the bullet that day.
Holy shit. I bet the dog's getting the needle in his arm going, you stupid bitch.
Oh, yeah. No, the dog, I mean, he probably wasn't saying much because he's a dog, but yeah.
Thinking it, though. Thinking it.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like that. You really put him down? What was it? He thought he was sick, or was he just that
I don't
pissed?
know. I mean, he was, I don't know. The guy was just angry. It's the dog's getting it.
Yeah,
somebody's got to get it,
I know paint's going to be a lot of money, but this euthanization, is that how you say it?
Euthanization, yeah.
Okay, that's going to be more expensive than the paint, but this will be worth it.
But, yeah, I mean, if in his thought process, though, if the dog shit on the walls again, think about that. You spend all the money on the paint just for the dog to shit again. Or you can just get another dog that shits on the floor like a normal dog. I don't know why the dog would shit on. I don't know why he bought it. I don't know why you believe that.
My question is, why was there no evidence to back this up?
I don't know. I don't understand it. This is a story I was told. I was in middle school. It could have been greatly exaggerated. I don't know. But that's the story I heard once. So to me, that's pretty true.
Yeah.
I heard it one time from a guy in the locker room, and I was like, all right, that seems...
And locker room talks are normally pretty honest. There's no phones out.
No, right.
It's just two dudes in boxers changing.
Right.
Normally how it goes.
You hope it's boxers, like I said.
I hope, yeah. I mean, I hated changing in locker rooms as growing up. Just I was so Self-conscious.
Remember that first day in middle school? The first time you changed in front of you?
Yeah.
Everyone was looking around. Who's going to do it first?
Yeah, dude.
And then you look over and the weird kids, who smells is already like got his stuff off. You're like,
yeah,
ugh.
dude. He's already fucking butt ass naked, sweat dripping off the balls. We haven't started PE yet.
Oh my god, heavy breathing, walking the hallways.
Like that new guy who's about to start at work.
Jesus, fuck.
He's probably around my age. I probably went to school with him, and he's probably like
Dude.
that kid who got fat as fuck.
Yeah, I mean, I hope he doesn't get the job for his own heart. For his own heart. I mean,
if he dies, we have to go home early, so I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, I mean, there's positives in everything. I suppose.
Yeah. That shit's gonna be fucking gnarly, and they're gonna be like, "You guys want to go to his funeral? Do it free paid PTO? Shit, don't
Yeah,
worry.
I mean, if they close for the day and it's paid, I'll take it.
They're
for
not
sure.
gonna fucking do that.
No, they wouldn't. They don't care that much about people, but. Maybe. I don't know.
We took a day off because the press was getting clean. I'm pretty sure that's...
Yeah, I mean, they had to mop up whatever was left. But, yeah, this is why I don't like getting close with coworkers,
No,
then...
no, that's fine. No, I'm
Yeah.
just going to think about this all day tomorrow about how there's
Yeah.
shit on the wall and a dog had to pay the price.
Yeah, that poor dog. I mean, I heard he was a good boy until the shit got on the wall.
Nothing but good news and just randomly just shit everywhere.
Yeah.
So you're basically married. I could say that, right?
Practically, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
How's that going for you?
Love it. Love her.
Right.
Every day.
Obviously, she's gonna listen to this podcast. You're like winking right now, totally.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
like-
Well, not winking. Just love her. Love you, honey.
So what are the pros and cons of the relationship that you're like, God? Because awesome fajitas, by the way.
Fajitas are awesome always. But the pros, you spend every day with the person you love. Mm-hmm. It's your best bud. Lots of inside jokes. You ride with them, everywhere you go. Cons, every once in a while, she's got a family member calling.
Oh, yeah.
And every time it's, well, what do you think? I'm like, I don't know. Why is it always, what do I think? You're women. You can figure this out. I'm sure you'll never hold a grudge.
She has you on speaker even though you're not part of the conversation.
Oh,
You're trying to...
every time. If I'm driving, I'll be listening to music or a podcast or something. Somebody calls her. Radio gets turned off. I'm like, what the I can't turn it back on because she's like, I'm on the phone. You're being rude. I said,
Wow.
You're being rude to me. I don't understand.
So are you one of those people where it's like, I'm driving, I control the windows, I control the radio?
With anybody other than her in the car, yeah, I've learned that that's a losing battle if I try to control what she wants.
That's fair.
In the car, just because she'll do the thing where she turns and, looking out the window, and you're like, what's the matter with you? You're like, shut the fuck up,
Yeah, and you gotta get scared about that because women are crazy these days.
I mean, she's...
Well, obviously it's different because you've known her for so long that like... But
Yeah,
now,
quite a number of years now.
trying to get back into the dating game, man, it's scary. Like,
It is scary because you don't know, like... I imagine you don't know, like, where the line between creep and gentleman is anymore, just because there's so many TikToks where girls are like, this creep. And then you slide the next one up, and the same interaction with two different people is like, this guy was a sweetheart. And you're like, I don't really understand.
Fucking... I have a lot of icks, like...
Yeah.
You ever use that term?
Icks? Yeah, once in a while.
Yeah, I feel like women these days, dude. Like, I'm just scared that I'm gonna, like... I want to get Tinder. Part of me really does. But I'm scared to get raped, dude. I'm a little guy, like...
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, if you show up to the date and it's a dude, that's probably a strong indication that it's not what you thought it was going to be.
And not to mention, can you imagine, they're like... This kind of flashes back to yesterday because you were gone. But Adrian's like, hey, pull 6 inches from the tape measure. You know that trend? Mm-hmm. So I'm trying to imagine it like it's my cock.
Right.
And I know how long mine is. I've measured it.
Right.
Me and my friend John had the same
You're
size.
Like about 2 times that.
I pull it out, and I'm like wrapping my hand around a tape measure. I'm like, dude, confident as fuck. This is 6 inches. This is long. 4. I'm like, oh, what the...
That's a harsh reality to eat.
Yeah.
Because we all make the joke of like, oh, yeah, we're only like 2 inches to like ourselves because we're like, whatever.
Right. That's it.
And then you see it in real life, you're like, oh, fuck.
I would really take offense to it, but I had one guy come up to me when I was in training. He goes, honestly, man, he's like, for a white dude, you got a good-looking dick.
Nice.
Yeah. I was like, fuck yeah.
That's huge, man.
Yeah, dude,
when guys compliment you,
that's where you know it's real.
in a non-gay way. Like, if it's a gay guy complimenting you, like, well, even if it is a gay way, whoever.
This guy had the biggest dick in our company.
Well, hey, he's coming up to you saying, "Hey, not that bad." You know,
Yeah.
that's a win.
Yeah, dude. I was like, you know what? And I'm soft. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Yeah, I had a guy come up to me the other day. I was at a party. He came up to me and he's like, "You know what? I've known you for a long time." I said, "Yeah, you have." He's like, "You turned out to be a pretty handsome guy." Like, I'm not saying it like a weird way.
Oh, he's just complimenting you.
Yeah, he's just like, I didn't know how to react. I almost cried, honestly. I was like, "Thank you so much."
I would have hugged him, give him like an NFL trophy, you know?
Yeah, I mean, he was trying to do that for sure to me. I don't know. He's
like
like in a non-weird way, but it was also like,
and he wasn't trying to fuck you or
no, I mean, no. I don't think so, but it's possible. Maybe. I don't know.
You're like, man, you compliment me like that again, I might let you give me a reach around.
Yeah. Like, trying to make me freaking get hard right now, dude? What are you doing to me?
Trying to make me come?
Yeah.
Dude, I just fucking speaking of coming, you ever like we talked about this before at work where it's like you ever get a boner at work?
Randomly, yeah. Early in the morning, you're not really awake yet.
Yeah, dude.
All of a sudden, you do a big stretch, and you're like, "Oh, fuck, what's in my pants?"
It's always like down the side of my thigh. I walk around in pride though with that until I start forging, and then the friction in my pants between my like just like the thigh and the pant leg is just like it's rubbing too much for me. So I feel like I'm about to orgasm. Like fucking, I'm edging myself at 5:15 in the morning.
That's a unique experience. Can't say I relate. Mine usually just pushes into the zipper.
Oh, Jesus.
It's not fun.
Dude,
I try to push it to the side a little bit without pushing it, but it never goes all the way down.
You gotta part it to the side like a hair.
And then like it itches, and like there's cameras in the building. You don't want people to like look at it later, like, you know, say boss man's scrolling through security footage for whatever reason. He's
Zooms
like,
in times 10.
Why is this guy itching his cock so much? I'm like, hey, why are you zooming on my cock, man? You know? Counter argue it, but
I don't think I've ever like touched myself at work though. But I will say like that's my biggest pet peeve is just getting a boner at work.
It sucks.
Yeah,
it sucks because it's awkward.
Yeah, and then Aaron comes over and ruins my daydream, and I'm like, fuck.
Yeah. Like, what the hell is this?
Dude, he's totally listening to this right now as he sits at his desk. He's
like, oh my god, these guys.
Now he's scrolling through the fucking footage with the
He's like, how often is this guy actually itching his cock?
Put that on the bingo board.
We gotta finish that bingo card.
Dude, we gotta. You know what? This Tuesday, if we fucking write it out and we hit all marks, then I will buy us lunch on Friday. I will buy us Taco Bell with Baja Blast. And by the way, for anybody who doesn't know what we're talking about, I stole from the Office. Yeah, I stole from the Office where they were like, oh, if everybody says whatever this lady says, I'll buy everybody hot chocolate. Well, this time it's Baja Blast and Taco Bell.
Yeah, because everybody knows if you're gonna have a blast, have a Baja Blast.
Nah, you have a fucking issue.
Look, if they didn't make it taste so damn good,
that's what they say about Coke.
I know what they say about Coke, the drug, but this is different because I'm not losing weight, so I think it's not any worse.
Do you ever ask your wife what your cum tastes like?
Once. She said it tastes like pineapple.
That's good. Yeah,
I think that's good.
Yeah, that's like the best thing, right?
Yeah.
I ask what I taste like all the time. I get scared. I'm nervous. I don't like to smell bad or taste bad. It's one of my biggest pet peeves. And
being the smelly guy in any situation is the worst.
Yeah, dude, tell me about it.
Bar none.
I'm like good. Never like anything bad. I think one time she's like, oh, it was a little salty. Dude, changed my whole diet.
Yeah.
Fucking threw everything out. Went back to the store. Started over. Just said fuck it, dude. Like I can't be salty. Can't have this bitch feel like she's dipping her mouth in the ocean. So
right, yeah. She's licking what she thought was sour cream, and it's just a bag of tortilla chips, and it's not.
I haven't had sour cream in a long time.
It's not great. I
love sour cream.
Sour cream mayonnaise, can't do it.
Dude, if you put mayonnaise on your titties, I'm licking it off.
I can't do it. I'll wipe them off.
I
can't do them. The mayonnaise is just nothingness. So is sour cream.
What the fuck do you mean it's nothingness?
It literally tastes like nothing.
Mayonnaise is the best condiment to have.
It is not even really. I mean,
what's your favorite condiment?
Ketchup, I guess. I mean, that's a 5-year-old take. I understand, but mayonnaise, you may as well be 95 at the end of your life saying, just slap some fucking mayonnaise on that. Yeah, the burger's dry because I left it on the fucking stove for the last hour and a half. Swipe some mayonnaise on there, and then we're good. It's like, ugh.
Dude, what the fuck is wrong with you? Mayonnaise is probably the best. Like, I love that and relish. Love relish, dude. On my hot dogs, that's the only thing I'll eat on my hot dogs. If I'm making them at home.
I mean, when it calls for it. You know, if you got a little hot dog, you popped it in the microwave, you're heading on the road. You don't want relish on that. That drips, that gets on you.
So does ketchup. Ketchup also drips.
But ketchup is like, people understand. You're like, oh, that's just ketchup. You're like, okay, yeah. But if you got like relish on there, they don't know what that is. You're like, it was relish. And it has like that weird discolored stain. And they're like, that's
kind of like a coffee stain. You know what it is as soon as you look at it.
Right.
And I have coffee stains on all my fucking clothing. Mm-hmm. I don't know what the fucking deal is. I bought this sweater from Kohl's. Mm-hmm. Awesome purple sweater. I look like a dad who is fighting for divorce.
All right.
And but I'm trying to take you for alimony. And I got coffee all over it. Fucking ridiculous. That was like a $60 sweater.
But that's also like a divorced dad move. Like, he woke up late, had to drop his son off for the last time at 3K, and he fucking spilled his McDonald's coffee all over himself on the way to court. And they're like, you look like shit. We're not gonna give you the kid now.
How fucking bad would it be where it's like, hey, you rolled your car, but the courts don't care. Like, you gotta be there on time. Courts don't give a fuck.
No, they don't.
Imagine rolling your car, suit's fucked up, and you show up like, what's wrong with you? I rolled my car to be here, Judge. I killed 3 kids. He's like, dude, you're 3 minutes late. You gotta get the fuck out of here.
He's like, I appreciate the 1 minute per kid, but also get the fuck out of here. Go to jail. You just killed 3 people. I can't let you have another kid.
Yeah, dude, for real. Oh my god. What's your opinion on khaki shorts? I'm asking you all the fireball questions right now.
Khaki shorts
on females.
On female. Are we talking like like Bindi Irwin, like Steve Irwin's daughter?
Damn.
Look, love my girl.
Like a zookeeper.
Bindi Irwin was
like a zookeeper. Like a female zookeeper.
I was just at the zoo yesterday. Didn't see anybody with the khaki shorts.
It's not that time of the year yet.
No, it's true. I mean, they had khaki pants, but it doesn't do it.
No, it doesn't. No, women, if they're thick in khaki shorts, bro, you better have some dick going into that talk. You know.
Yeah. See, my girl doesn't wear khaki shorts.
No one does. Only zookeepers and bitches.
That's true. That's a good point. I don't know. Kevin James pulls them off in that Zookeeper movie. Yeah.
Kevin James.
Yeah. The Zookeeper. That's literally the title.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. He looks great.
I don't know, man. Just somehow, if a bitch looks thick in khaki shorts, I'm all about it.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely like a good thing, you know.
Right.
You never look at a thick woman in some khaki shorts and be like, nah, you know.
Yeah, but if you're seeing the back and the back looks good, you gotta check the front. High chance she's probably got a fat fucking pussy, bro.
Hard to say.
You think so, dude? I don't know. I'm just saying. There's a lot of clothing where it's like specific where the women wear them. So it's kind of like, if you're checking out the back and it looks good, you gotta check out the front and be like, ooh, probably not.
That's a scene from Family Guy. That's Quagmire, where he's like walks up to the girl in the bar. And she looks great on the front. And she turns around. It's a blob. And then she turns back around. He's like, hey. He's like, no, Quagmire. Remember what's on the other side.
Yeah, dude. You have anybody that's like Quagmire in your real life?
I have one friend that is exactly like that.
Really?
I mean, he has a laugh. It's it's exactly like that. But he was the horniest guy in all of high school. I still hang out with this guy a few times a year.
Is this gonna top Braden? Braden's like the Quagmire.
Yeah, but
Hispanic version.
I guess. I mean, but this guy. I mean, he's got a girl now, so he's doing good. High school, he dated this girl. We called her Diaper Butt. You can imagine.
Yeah, I can see it right now.
Yeah, she got overly attached way too fast. He axed it, but he told everybody about it before he told her. Like, he told the whole school. He's like, yeah, dumping her come 8th hour. 7th hour, she's like, what the fuck's going on? And backfired. My man, he kind of backed off of it for a little bit. He waited like another week.
Oh, and then what a pussy.
Yeah, I know, but he was like, no, I'm not. I don't know what you heard.
Babe, they're just trying to get between us. Don't let them do it.
Yeah. Babe, literally, babe, come on.
You know, I have plans with my family tonight.
You literally can't do this to me right now.
Dude, your dad leads over. I thought you were dumping this bitch.
You told me that all week. You were talking shit. Yeah. He's like, listen, Dad, it didn't pan out that way. All right, just back the fuck off me right now.
I'll get back to you next Thursday before the weekend.
Yeah,
that's a shitty time to be single, dude. The weekend, man. You go home.
Yeah, I mean, those were when the dark thoughts creep in.
Yeah, no, for me, man, I'd be laying in bed, listen to Morgan Wallen, you know me, cry my eyes out. Dude, fucking Bailey Zimmerman, man, he gets me to tear up sometimes.
Just wait till you get on Zach Bryan, man. You're going to be suicidal.
Something in the Orange Man made me want to fucking drive my truck into a tree.
Yeah, I mean, I think that was what he was trying to do, natural selection with some of the guys, you know. But then there's other guys that are like, the bad kind of guys that are like, yeah, this song's about me, but the girl left him because he's a complete asshole and he took a swing at her once or twice.
Holy shit.
You know, stuff like that. And he's like, something in the orange tells me we're not done, you know? He's like, something in the red, too. Bam. And then she calls the cops, and then it is done in the end.
Holy shit, dude. That's kind of a fucking... What was that one song you told me about that was like serial killers?
Oh, that was December 1963.
Yeah, I listened to that song last night and on my way home because I fucking did something stupid. I'll tell you in like, let the water boil down. I'll fucking tell you in 2 weeks. We'll laugh about it. But I was listening to that song. I'm like, dude, actually, you know what? I feel like I should be out committing murders right now.
Yeah, it's creepy when you listen to it. It sounds like a serial killer describing his first murder.
Yeah, it really does.
Oh, what a night. Late December back in 63. Very special time for me. Oh, what a night. And it was over far too soon. You know what I mean? It's like Ted Bundy was like, yeah, I can relate. It was over way too fast. You know?
My God, dude.
It's not good. You don't want to see that.
I just can't listen. I could like hear the jingle in my head. Oh, what a night. Just,
right,
like, going off. I listened to that song the other day and I was like, that totally took away my depression for like 3 minutes. I'm just like imagining how I would do it. Like just like a weird, like you ever see American Dad where Roger has that guy tied up, he's going to skin him?
Yeah, no, can't relate.
Yo,
but I can't understand a slow motion kill.
Yeah, no, but that late night is when my thoughts like that creep in. Just like, dude, and I'm not gonna lie. Like, you ever dream? Oh, you'd haven't gone this like in a long time. But remember when you were still young, fresh love. Yeah. And you're like, you're going through like a hard time, or like they just stopped talking to you, and you have a dream that they sent you a message. You check your phone, wake up disappointed every 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Me.
Me.
Morgan Wallen, dude, playing in my head, trying to fall asleep.
Right.
Hand on the gun, you know?
Maybe listen to something else. I don't know.
Dude, I can't. It's in the fucking head.
Maybe just turn on some music.
It's like, listen, I you know what? I do that, but then I get woken up scared because like it cuts to a different scene, you know, like TVs. When you just fall asleep with the TV on, I'll be like listening to thunderstorms or something to help me fall asleep, you know, basic shit. And I'll wake up to like screaming from Smitty or like people I watch. So you watch Smitty? You watch Smitty?
Never heard of it. I know a guy named Smitty, but I don't think he has
Do you really?
Show.
Is he from Canada?
He's not from Canada.
Oh, never mind. Wrong guy I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
I know he's a content creator. Pretty good, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, I woke up to him screaming in Power Wash Simulator. And it literally gave me like an anxiety attack in the middle of my sleep.
Yeah. No, that sounds terrible.
Yeah, it sounds great.
Yeah. It's a fun time.
Oh, I gotta get Justin on this fucking thing, dude.
That guy.
You know, it's funny you brought up burnt food because he was just telling me, Justin, if you're listening to this, I'm gonna tell your story. He's like, I went and bought me a good steak, and he's like, I let the coals get too hot, and he's like, I burnt it.
Dude, he told me another story where he bought a pork loin, and he was like, I'm done waiting around, and he put it in tinfoil and put it right into the coals. And then, like, forgot about it. Like, 30 minutes later, he comes out. He's like, the outside was pretty crispy, but the inside was still juicy. I'm like, okay.
Oh, my God. Holy shit.
I'm like, yeah, I guess that's, you can just cut around it.
Dude, that guy is an icon. Like, when I leave that place, he's going to stick out the most for me. Because I talk to Adrian outside of work. But, like, people I don't, like, I don't know if he talks to people. I tried getting his number. I should try getting his number. Text him, like, 3 o'clock in the morning. What are you doing?
Yeah. He follows me on my way home every day. I mean, he's going home.
Oh, okay.
But he's behind me every day. He knows where. He's the only person that knows where I live.
Is that so?
Yeah. I mean, because it's on his way home. And then, there's 2 spots where you can turn by the train tracks. There's one that's much faster.
How close do you live to the train tracks by feet?
They're probably like 30 feet. They're in my backyard.
I think I know where you live.
You might.
I don't want to say I do because I don't want to drive by that area anymore, but I just...
yeah, I would appreciate it if you didn't ever go through there again.
Okay, I'm going to ask this question. Is there another house to your left?
It's a neighborhood, so yeah,
Wait.
approximately.
Yeah, that's not what I meant. Like, it's another house almost exactly like it to the left or right?
No.
No? Maybe I
No.
don't know where you live.
Probably not.
Okay, good.
I'm on it's kind of like a little loop. I don't want to describe it too much.
Yeah, Dad, don't give me too much information. I'll go hunting, bro.
I got a decent sized yard, and it's a good sized house.
Okay, good, because there's like these fucking, if you drive out towards Anytime Fitness, there's a train tracks right there.
Yeah, I'm not over there.
Which before, when I was younger and I was running late for McDonald's, like I was always waking up late for that job. They weren't paying me enough to get up on time. Excuse me. Fair. So when the rails would come down, hey bro, stop it, knock it off, the train's coming. I would back up and I would drive around. I'd be like, I don't see a train. Put that bitch in reverse and go around, and that would be a great time. I'd always make it on time. But they'd be like, man, you got here early today. I'm like, you don't know what I had to do.
Yeah, I know this guy that a couple of years ago, he was in a car. He was driving back from a party like 3 a.m. And there's this small town out by where I used to live where like there's like a shortcut. Right. There's train tracks. You got to go over the train tracks. In this car with 3 other people, they're all drunk, don't need to be driving. He sees a train coming on the tracks. And he says in his drunken state, I can beat that. And
he didn't beat it, did he?
He gets up to the spot where he's got to hammer down, basically.
It's just like
he turned too early. He turned one street too early. So it was literally just the grass and then the tracks. So he floored it, thinking that, there's a road here, goes like 100 miles an hour, hits the fucking hill, spikes up over the track, all 4 tires pop, because for whatever reason, they just all 4 pop, lands on the other side. They're 3 feet from the train as it's whizzing by. The people in the back seat almost get fucking decapitated. And then he ditches the car. They all just left the car until the next morning.
Really?
Yes, they booked. They knew somebody that lived nearby. They went to their house till the next morning, and they got it towed the next day.
Did they not ask, like, hey, what were you doing that, like, caused all this damage?
I think the friend was like a no questions asked kind of friend.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, hell of a dude. But, yeah, all time, like, what the fuck were you thinking here?
Yeah, I think, like, I've always wanted to race a train, but I don't have 9 lives. So I don't want to die from a train hitting me.
No, I mean, it's a very messy way to go.
It really is. There was actually, remember here, I've dropped the location many times, but on this podcast I will not. But there was a girl who, like, jumped in front of a train. It was all over Facebook, like, back in 2016, 2017.
Yeah, I'm not familiar.
Are you not? Dude.
Oh, wait, you know what? I do remember seeing that. Yeah.
I saw the video. I watched it, and I was just in class laughing, because I think what's crazy is I think she survived for a little bit because she didn't like lay on the tracks like I would have. I would have like put the neck where the wheel rolls, right? Just instant
sure.
Death. But she fucking just jumped in front of it, got sucked underneath, and just fucking destroyed, dude. I don't know if she lived like right away or not, or if it was an instant death.
I don't know. It sounds messy.
It was not a fast moving train either. So that also confused me.
Oh God.
She was like high on fucking meth or something.
Yeah, I mean that'll do it to you. You definitely can think you could stop a train on meth.
Do you really though? That's more coke.
Coke is just like a jittery drug. Meth is like I can fucking literally lift the earth on my bare hands.
I need to get me some of that, dude.
I've heard. I don't know. No firsthand experience. Obviously.
So I'll do it and I'll get back to you. How's that sound?
Report back.
If I make it back. I don't want
We'll see. I mean, yeah, for sure. If you make it back, we'll find out.
Fucking I was telling you this earlier, but we said we'll save it for the podcast. You know, my dad asked me if I was gay one time.
Yeah, you mentioned it. I don't think.
And you're like, yeah, I'll tell you later.
Yeah, save it for now.
Yeah. So my dad says like, hey, can I come upstairs and use the bathroom? And I said, sure, like, because we just got done moving something, and he just dropped me off. He walks in, and it says, like, my apartment's, like, I guess, I don't know, not an average apartment, supposedly. For a kid my age at 18, my dad's like, where's all the beer cups and stuff at? I'm like...
Holes in the wall.
Type shit. Like, he was very confused, but he's like, whatever. So he goes to the bathroom, and he comes out, he goes, are you gay? I was like, why do you ask that? He's like, well, you have a candle and Febreze on the back of your toilet. And he's like, who has a little garbage can in their bathroom? I was like, you do, Dad. He's like, well, I'm an adult. Like, that's mandatory.
You're like, so am I,
I'm like, yeah, dude, I'm 18 years old. Fucking, where am I going to put all the garbage? He's like, well, normally people your age would just throw it inside the kitchen trash. Yeah.
That seems rather inconvenient. When I had my first apartment at 19. We had a bathroom garbage.
Yeah. Do you put bags in it? I don't.
Yeah.
I don't throw anything wet or anything in there. Now, You know what I'm saying?
But I was living with my girlfriend.
Well, yeah, even then.
Lady products.
I would still throw the garbage away if I remembered. Sometimes I forget because it doesn't stink. You
True.
know? But that's the only downfall to that. So like if I don't like check it when I clean my bathroom every week, like clean the toilet and stuff, I'll just like normally toss it, rinse it out, let it air dry, and put it back.
You always been a really neat guy?
I like the
super
things.
clean.
Yeah, like this to me is cluttered, but that's because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing in the next few months with me leaving. So, yeah.
Well, good thing we didn't do this at my house. Huh?
Why? Is your house not clean?
No, it is clean. Like, we are clean people.
Yeah,
we just got a lot of shit, so it looks cluttered all the time.
Like, what kind of shit?
Just, like, bins. Like, we got bins of stuff that, like, just random shit. Like, she brings stuff home. She finds stuff at garage sales, and she's like, look, it was only $2. I said, what are we going to do with it? She's like, I don't know, but it looks cute, right?
I found this thing at Hobby Lobby. It's like, cool, where are we going to hang this? I don't know. That's for you to decide.
Yeah, we got 100 signs that, live, laugh, love type shit. And it's just up in the rafters in my garage. I keep stuffing it up there. She has no clue.
Dude, you just got to start selling it behind her back.
That's my next step here because,
That was fucking one of my friend Kevin. He is married now, but to the same girl, but she kept buying these signs, and he didn't know where to put them. Mm-hmm. So she would buy a new sign, and they would change the decor every once in a while. So he kept the ones that she was using and rotating yearly, and the ones she kept buying, he was selling on Facebook Marketplace. And there was one time she ended up messaging saying, "Is this available?"
Oh,
and it was him on the other side, and he said, no. I was like,
play it.
Yeah, that was it.
She didn't recognize that it was his Facebook?
Not the first time, and then the second time, she saw a mirror, and that's how he found out that he was selling the shit that she was buying fresh off the store. Because he sold a mirror, and she's like, honey, and he told me, like,
walks up to him.
We were still living in the city at the time, so he calls me up, he goes, hey, bro, like, you gotta listen to this. So he tells me that he was sitting there on the couch watching the Bears game with his dad, and she's like, doesn't this mirror look really nice? It's all the pictures. He goes, yeah, it looks pretty good. And she's like, funny, because that's our fucking mirror. She's like, how long you been selling my shit? He's like, well, why you keep buying it?
Yeah, I mean,
that was almost the final straw for her. She almost left because of that, but now they laugh about it all the time.
Well, I mean, it seems like if he was doing it so long and she didn't notice,
yeah,
kind of at a certain point it's on her. Like, you bought this, you don't know it's missing.
She's like, how would you feel if I did that about my recliner? And he's like, I only have one recliner, so I would notice that it's gone.
I'd very clearly notice. That's how women think. They're like, oh.
But if I would have done it to you, it's like, well, I don't. For me, I'm a weird person because when it comes to clutter, there'll be like days where it's like, dude, my closet looks too full. Just take 30 shirts and throw it in the donation box.
Yeah. And guys are pretty simple creatures. Like every time we pack, like for instance, I just went to Chicago with my girlfriend. Like, she's like, you got 2 shirts? Yeah. I'm like, we're only staying for one night. I'm going to show up in what I'm wearing, and then I'll change in the morning, you know?
Yeah, you got to have a backup shirt, though.
Yeah.
If you're going to a game.
It's, but if I'm going to spill beer on me, I'm going to do it in the shirt that I showed up in, right?
Oh, I guess you could do that, yeah.
Yeah, theoretically. So, it's no big deal. Like, guys are, like, I pack pretty light.
Yeah.
And she's got, like, sandals, shoes, sweatshirts. She's like, how many sweatshirts do we think we need? I'm like, fucking one, you know?
We're going to a fucking game.
Yeah, well, she'll do this for like we went on a vacation, like a 7-day trip. And she's like, how many sweatshirts do you think we need? I'm like, 1, maybe 2.
Yeah.
She's like, but what if it gets really cold? I said, then bring your coat. I don't know.
Yeah, dude. There's just something about it. There was like, oh, you packed light this time. She's like, no, it's just my makeup bag. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, the makeup bag, it's loud, it's cluttery.
Yeah, dude.
It shakes in the trunk. You think the car's falling apart, and you hear it. Like, no, that's just my makeup bag. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
That shit is so fucking annoying. If I hear like clinks in a pocket, but I could zone it out, that's one thing. But I had one guy who had like Tic Tacs, and it just I'm like, dude, I'm gonna fucking kill myself.
Oh yeah.
That's why I hate the pants that like are kind of like windbreaker material. I hate the way they rub against each other because you can't like really.
Yeah, I mean it's. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh.
Yeah.
You can hear everything that's going on.
Yeah.
It's not preferred, that's for sure. Not a big fan of those either.
Oh fuck no, dude. Fuck no. So I was thinking the other day, I got some questions for you. I never talked to you outside of work, dude. I could do this all day. I probably could run.
This is the one chance that I'm giving you,
dude. I'll probably get you back on this. You're gonna come back and be like, dude, this was fucking great. Let's do it again, but plastered.
I probably will think that, but I'll probably never go through with it.
Well, because I'm buying portable mics, so you would never have to meet me back here. all you'd have to do is just clip it
write,
to your shirt, and then it would just go straight to my phone for audio.
I could zoom in.
On what? I mean,
I could zoom in. I just have to put up a black backdrop, so that way you can't tell anything about my house.
We would just meet at a location and people watch. That sounds.
Oh, I mean, that's not bad. I do enjoy people watching. There's some weird motherfuckers out here. There's some weird motherfuckers in this town.
There it is.
I mean, you go to Walmart and you look around, you're like, oh my god, this town's ugly. You know?
I can't stand people who fucking use the electrical scooters and then they get up once the battery dies.
Yeah, and they start walking around. And you're like, come on, really?
What's the weirdest thing you've seen in this town?
I don't know the weirdest thing I've seen. I mean, there's a compilation of just weird people. There's this lady at Walmart out here that she's like 100 years old. And she's got bright purple and pink hair, fingernails that are like 6 inches long.
I know what you're talking about.
I saw her arguing with some lady one day, and she was just like pointing in her face. I was like, ugh, careful. You got to stab that lady to death.
Yeah, she fucking has like 30 rings on her. It's like, what the fuck are you doing, bro?
Yeah, you know, she like never left the 60s behind, you know?
Dude, you probably has a hairy fucking pussy.
Oh, dude. I don't even want to know.
The weirdest thing I've ever encountered here is my first transgender. And like, yeah, I could say like you know, your basic crackhead and stuff, but this was, I was like looking, I started down, I was looking at the feet because I was just looking at the ground. I'm like, I'm not gonna check my own shit out today. I'm tired of getting watched like a hawk every time I go through there. It's like if I wanted to steal a lady, I would have been doing it a long time ago.
Right.
Now I won't lie, sometimes I will purposely miscount my avocados, but that's because like
it's free shavakadu, man. Come on.
No, you're not bringing that back. I should edit that out just because of that.
I hope somebody clips it, honestly.
Chat, can you clip that, Jamie?
Jamie, pull that shit up.
Dude, I need a Jamie, but I went to, and I was like starting from up, and I'm like, nice legs, weird bulge in the pants, right? And
you kept going, and you went back down. You're like, wait a minute, bulge in the pants.
Yeah, so I was like, wow, pretty nice legs, like for wearing skinny jeans. I don't know who the fuck wears those anymore.
Right.
And then I was like, all right, weird bulge, probably just a big puffy pussy. And I kept going up, I'm like, oh fuck, that's a dude.
Yeah, you saw the bulge in the neck. You're
yeah,
like, oh.
Dude, that's where I knew. And I saw like the weird strand hairs, you know. I was like, fuck, dude,
the Adam's apple gets you.
Yeah, I was like, well, if no one's looking.
Yeah, that's always a weird argument too. Like,
and like he was trying to be female. I get it, like going through the transition, but he's like, can I take you over here? I was like, no, nah.
Dude, that's like, it's ma'am, you know?
Yeah, like I was surprised at how deep for a white guy this voice was.
Yeah, you know, it's always like a bit in a movie. Like the guy looks like a girl, but then he has like the deepest voice you've ever heard. Yeah,
I thought for a moment, I was like, dude, this is a fucking joke. This isn't real.
You're like, my name's Michelle.
Yeah.
Like,
oh. You got any questions? You got anything you want to add into this podcast? You know? I feel like I've just been throwing shit at you this entire time.
I mean, that's what we were doing, right?
Dude, you're taking this like a fucking champ. Normally, people freeze.
No, I've dealt with a lot of different individuals in my life.
Oh, yeah.
They all ask a lot of weird questions. You just got to think through them, you know?
How many, I mean, you only have like 10 friends, you said. You said 10's your cap.
Yeah.
Is that including your wife, or is it 11?
No, she's excluded from that. I mean, excluded from that, like, friends.
Right.
Like, she's in a different level. She's above them.
So do you let her read the friends group chat that you have, or are you just?
I got 2 separate group chats that are like pretty active every day. I got one with my old high school football coach and a buddy of mine that I grew up with, and then the other one is just like they were like kind of like the fringe, like middle of the pack, like not really like the popular kids, but not like the weird like corner of the earth kids, you know what I mean? They're like somewhere in between.
The happy middle.
Like if they sat at your table, like you're like, all right, you know, I can get along with these guys.
Yeah.
But you're not necessarily being like, hey, stop by Chad's house later. You know, we got a big banger going on. Love those guys. I mean, I'm sure they probably think many different things about me. So, yeah. But I feel like I could tell them that, and they'd be like, yeah, that's pretty accurate.
Yeah, yeah.
So, but that chat's pretty. I mean, that chat gets pretty funny too. So
are you guys? So when did you surpass the I'm gonna take photos of my balls and send them to my friends? Like
that was in high school. It was a weird trend between junior and senior year where we're like, hey man, what's your dick look like? I'll show you mine. You know, but it was never a gay thing.
It's not gay. It's only gay if you like go, yeah, dude, I would suck that fucking.
Right?
God,
yeah. While it's out, you know, you're like, yeah, I'd put my mouth on that. You're like, whoa.
But it takes 2 to be gay. I feel
not necessarily. No, there's some dudes out there that they'd go at you.
Oh, I'm pretty sure. I'm like, we go back to the Tinder thing. Like, it only takes one to do rape,
Right.
But fucking no. I feel like if you're getting a hard on though, where your friend's stroking your shit.
If you let your friend stroke your shit, that's you're already like maybe look in the mirror.
You never played chicken?
Nope.
First one to get a boner loses?
Yeah, no, there's no chicken.
Dude.
My cock's out. My cock is back in the pants.
Yeah.
I've seen enough chicken.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. It's a good fucking... It's a good game to play because it really shows you who has the most discipline and who is not willing to get hard for another man.
I don't know how to respond to that.
Exactly. I knew I'd stump your bitch ass. No, but I never got comfortable with my body until like I started going to the gym. Then after that, I was like, oh, dude, I'll fucking be naked everywhere.
Yeah, see, I don't really care much what people, if they see me naked, that's their problem. That's not mine.
Yeah, they're not fucking you.
Like, I got a lot of windows in my house. I'll walk right out of the bathroom after a shower.
That you have to close every time a train comes by?
Oh, yeah, every time a train. I don't care. Train conductor, if he sees it and gives me a toot-toot, I'm like, oh, yeah, brother. Keep it coming, And then my girlfriend, she gets so mad. She's like, shut the curtains. I'm like, why? If people are looking in our house,
it's your house.
That's on them.
Yeah.
I'm in my home.
It's weird because I was taught when I was going to be a cop, I guess, for special stuff, they told us that if they saw you naked in your own home with like holding a bag of Coke, it could be used as plain view doctrine, but it's like, it's curtilage. Curtilage means like something that is hidden on someone's property. But just because you're standing here and you see something here doesn't mean it counts. You're still under curtilage because you're within closed walls.
Curtilage is what happens to milk. That's a made-up word.
No, it's not.
Like, what happened to this milk? I had curtilage.
Yeah, no. So you have any fucking stories? There was that one kid you wanted to tell me about.
Oh, yeah. When I was in high school, there was this guy. Like, one of those fringe guys. Not, too high, never too low. He's basically a submarine. One day, he comes up to us. He's like, hey, man, there's this teacher lady in the elementary. She's pretty cute. We're like, all right, yeah, sure. She's cute. Hey, good for you, for seeing that. We all see it, obviously.
Yeah.
And then, he's like, she followed me on Instagram. I was like, oh, nice. I wonder if she'll follow us. We all try to follow her. She didn't follow back, obviously. So we're like, what's going on here? So anyway, some time goes by, and he never really brings her up again. We're like, it's weird because we would say something, but he would never say anything.
Yeah, he's like,
he said it the one. It was so random the one time, and we asked him one day, like, hey, man,
he knew what he had.
Yeah, no, he knew what he had for sure. And then, he comes to us one day. He's like, hey, I've been talking to her for a few months now. I'm like, you've been talking to her for a few months? What does that even mean? He's like, we message on Instagram once in a while, and sometimes we say some sus stuff. I'm like, what does that mean? Just show me what you're talking about. And he's showing me, and it's like, she's like home late, drunk. She's like, I just got back. My husband just went to bed. I'm making cookies. You should come over. And I'm like, you're 17 years old. This is a bad idea. She should not be saying these things. And he's like, yeah, I know. I was like, yeah, that's weird. He was like, I'm like,
the chats were like, oh yeah?
yeah, for sure. Just a bunch of eyeball emojis in a row and then some eggplants.
Dude, that's my go-to. Eyeball emoji. Just you don't know you don't want to sound too weird. Like,
right. You don't want to sound eager, but you don't want to be like, I'm not interested.
Like you're trying to play cool, like, that's cool, but also you're like, yeah. Right. So what happened? Did he end up boning this fucking bitch? Or?
Yeah, no, I mean, it came out. Yeah,
really?
They hooked up. Wow. Turns out they had been sneaking after school because, it was, wintertime. So it was getting dark real early.
Yeah, that's a good
and
time
then he had basketball practice, 7 o'clock. So he would find time in between and just meet up with her at some local spot. And then, he came to me and he's like, dude, we hooked up.
Dude, did he tell you how good it was? Did he tell you, anything,
Raw dogged it first time.
Nice.
Yeah, right.
My fucking man, dude. So what happened to her?
Well, here's where the story gets interesting because it takes a turn. He's like, somebody saw us. There was a local guy. He had just graduated. He's like, he saw us. And I don't, if it gets out, she might, I don't know what's going to happen. She might go to jail. I'm like, well, you're 17.
Yeah, and you're a dude.
You're a dude. She'll probably be like, the judge would be like, nice,
Yeah, he's going to be like, I sense you to being cool as fuck.
Yeah, you're the man, for life. You're the king of this county.
And you stop sucking little boy dick.
Yeah, yeah. But I'm talking them through. I'm like, listen, the worst that's going to happen, like, what you should probably do, you should probably tell your parents, as much as that's going to suck, tell your parents. Because your parents love you. So they're going to have your back. They're going to look at you as like, my poor little boy
was just
got entrapped by this monster of a woman.
Dude, the dad and fucking son are fist bumping behind her.
Dude, I went with him when he told his parents.
Oh, wow.
And I was sitting there, and his dad was just looking. He's just like shaking his head, man. He's like, I don't even, like, how did we get here?
You know he's sending the coolest fucking text to his son later.
Because everyone's initial, like, everybody that I told the story to, everyone's, like, initial thought is like, fuck, yeah, good for that dude.
Yeah.
But then you're also like, well, if this was flip-flopped, and it was a guy-girl situation where the guy was the teacher, and it was a high school girl, you'd be like, what a fucking piece of shit
yeah,
this
what
guy
a fucking loser, dude. He's throwing 11 years of work at her, you know?
Right, yeah, you know, and it was like a good 10-year age gap. So it's not like it was like
a fresh teacher.
Right, yeah. She's like, first job out of college. Like, no, this was like, she's been around.
So she got fired, right?
Oh, yeah. No, they gave her the option to quit. Because, like, obviously his parents are like, well, jail. And she's like, can we just call the school first?
Yeah. How do you... Hey, so I kind of fucked up.
Yeah, you know, we fucked up. And so the school was like, all right, well, we'll handle this quietly. And the son was like, yeah, my buddy was like, yeah, you know, can you please not let this get out? But it got out. I mean, everybody found out.
Yeah, dude. So was it because you told everybody, or told everybody?
People kind of had a hint of what was going on. And then they come back after a long weekend. He's there. She's gone. You know, you start putting two and two together here.
Holy
and then
shit.
Enough people ask. He's like, yeah, guys, you know, I finger pop your pussy. It's no big deal. It is what it is.
Dude, that's fucking crazy. Dude, I've always had the fantasy of, like, even if I was to date somebody and they dressed up as a teacher, that would be kind of do it for me, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely like something that every young man in high school, like, you see a good-looking teacher, it pops in your head.
It does.
No matter what, you can't help it. It pops in your head.
I wish, dude, that I had that happen to me. That would have been fucking... You know how big of, like, an underdog story that would be? I was like...
God. They made a whole movie about Adam Sandler. That's my boy.
That's they did, didn't they? Holy shit.
Yeah, about, like, hey, this was actually kind of sick, you know?
I don't know why it's so frowned upon, honestly. It's just like... dude, imagine being a teacher... First off, being a professor in college is crazy. You're basically getting a free dating simulator every day.
Yeah, I mean, that is at least like, for sure, that's an adult. Like, you read some of these headlines, they're like, high school student, you're like...
Yeah, but that's not fair. You're painting what if he's already 18 as a senior?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's a lot of people that are like, how high school? Are we talking like 15, just got in? Or are we talking like... senioritis, 18-year-old, he doesn't care. He's just trying to get some extra credit to graduate type stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like you're right. If I had my daughter came to me and was like, my teacher banged my ass, I would lose my shit. But if my son's like, I bang my teacher's ass.
Right.
I think it's different, though, because women can be manipulated, especially at a younger age.
Well, it's just that, it's like the stigmatism thing of like, there was a George Lopez episode about this when I was a kid. I remember like, he explained, it was like, why is it different for a guy and a girl? I was like, well, because, you know, the guy wants it too. Like, you know, like, there's no 14-year-old boy was going to say no to his teacher being like, you want to get it on?
Yeah,
he's
dude,
like,
you're fucking...
Absolutely.
That's spot on. That's spot on. No, females want it just as bad as guys do.
Not all the time.
Not all the time. You're right. But, like...
guys are just like, when you're in that state, you know, those hormones are fresh.
Yeah, dude.
Anything is getting you going. And a teacher walks up to you. I mean, it could be like somebody who's like in their 60s and they're like,
still fucking.
Yeah, you're hitting.
I'm still fucking, dude. What's your oldest you'd fuck?
Can't say. Pretty committed.
What the fuck is that? Okay, I would say
25, man. As old as I'll go. Until next year when she turns 26.
I would have to say, like, the lowest I would fucking... I mean, I'm 22.
Right.
I mean, I pretty much can go down to 18 if I want, but it's a little weird in my eyes.
It's college 18 is very different from high school 18.
I agree. Two different people, two different animals.
Like 18, like first year of college, going to be 19 in a couple months. That's at 22. You're like, all right, you know.
Yeah.
When you were a senior in high school, she was probably a freshman. 18.
Just started high school.
Like, she's almost out of high school. She just turned 17. It's September. You know, she's taking her first pre-calc test of the year, and you're like, honey, put the book down. We got some things to do. Then people are going to be like, you know what? That's
unacceptable. Go ahead.
Enough. Get
go
the
ahead.
fuck out of here, you know?
I only asked that question because I have one of my friends. She just turned 19 and she's an EMT in college. And I was like, probably really dateable here, really dateable,
Yeah.
but it's just not my type really. So
Yeah, I mean, early 20s is a really weird like time
yeah,
because like
but I would never go lower than obviously 18, right?
right. I mean, for the folks out there listening, obviously,
Obviously, can we edit that out?
yeah, cut that
But,
clip.
No, obviously the lowest I go is 18, but I prefer older women. Like,
Sure, yeah.
like now, after what just happened, all that bullshit I just went through, I want someone who's at least 45.
Sure. I mean, yeah, I mean, double up on age. Why not?
Banking in a house market, dude. Oh my God.
If she's well established, yeah, I mean, you're doing good there. My girlfriend's older than me. She's only older than me by a year, but
That's hot. Even if it's just a year older, bro, it's hot.
yeah, no, it is every time.
Yeah. Like, where's your girlfriend at? Oh, she's older than me. She's busy. She's
doing adult shit.
Yeah.
What do you do?
You're building Legos.
Yeah, they're like, you're 24 years old at the play place. I'm like, listen.
So we could talk about your second job that you have that's about to start back up here, right? We can say what you are.
Yeah, we can. I coach.
We just won't talk about what school and stuff.
No, yeah.
So you ever have like any fucking like retard moments with kids that is like?
There's kids that say the damnedest things all the time to you.
You said
like,
they found you outside of.
Dude, kids are so. This is a number one reason why I'm very like closed off about my life, is that I remember how I was in high school. I always tried to look up like my coach's social media because I thought like, what was this guy like in high school? Like we could make jokes about it and get some dirt on him.
Yeah.
Kids don't change. They're doing that.
Yeah.
I had this kid. This is the second school I'm coaching at. The first school I coached at, there was this kid that looked me up, couldn't find me anywhere, found out who my girlfriend was, found her, followed her, found out when it was my birthday. I showed up to practice one. I didn't tell anybody it was my birthday. None of the other coaches knew nothing. And this guy,
you're very much closed off, aren't you?
Yeah, I come in, I do my thing, I go home.
That's fair. I respect that.
But he looks up at me in the middle of a drill, and he's like, "Hey, is it your birthday today? Happy birthday, dude!" I'm like, "How the fuck do you know that? I didn't even tell you my middle name or my last name."
The coaches are like, "Yeah, we need to keep an eye on this guy."
Yeah, what the fuck, man? I looked up. He did find me.
Really?
I looked. He was in my request to follow. I was like, "Get the fuck."
Is that how
here.
that works?
I have my account private, yeah, on Instagram.
I don't know how Instagram works. I have Facebook and Snapchat, and it says people who supposedly like look you up is what pops up as suggested.
Yeah, I mean,
in which case my ex and her mom look at my shit all the time.
I think Snapchat now you can decide whether or not your account's public because I know now they have like the suggested friends.
That's how Lacey found me. I'm willing to drop. I removed her, so she's not gonna see this. But that's her and her yellow teeth.
Yeah, that's a good miss there. That's a good one to let go of.
Oh, dude, I told her, I was like, back when me and Claudia were trying to figure things out, she's like, I just thought I'd shoot my shot. I'm like, what shot did you think you were taking?
Yeah, you're shooting a squirt gun here, sweetheart. Get the hell out of here.
Yeah, and she's like, well, I just thought you were super cute. I'm like, you added me off a video where it was just my back workout. My face wasn't even in the video.
Yeah, she's like, that back is...
And I was, I told her, I was like, look, I'm not here to take care of you and your stank-ass kids. All right, I'm not fucking trying to.
Honest man.
Yeah,
honest man.
I was honest. I'm like, look, because I told you, right? She's like, how many kids you want? I'm like 3. She goes, well, we can make one more, and that's 3. I was like, I want my own fucking kids, bitch.
Yeah, to say that right away is a bit much.
Red flag, dude. Red flag across the board. I ended up removing her because she just, oh my god, dude. She just decided to send me a bikini pic, and I said, that's it. I draw the line there.
Yeah, if you're not reciprocating after a few conversations, and that's the last hint you can give. Like, see ya, I'm out.
I made it very clear too. I was just like, yeah, man, that was the straw for me. I was like, don't. Ugh. I told you, don't send me photos like this ever again. Like, because she sent me a photo of her nips like hanging out in a white tank top, and I was like, oh Jesus. So she's like, you like it? I was like, no.
No, gonna be honest with you, I'm gonna pass.
I think it's because she's also white. I like brown women, Like right now, this table's a good color, except for this because I put my box of pizza here and it fucked up the paint. So
yeah, I noticed that.
fucking, I'm gonna burn it anyway when I leave. So
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
I remember I was fucking, I lost my train of thought. Help me out here. Where was I at?
You were talking about are you talking about women you like? Brown women?
Oh, yeah. So kind of like this table. Like right now, it's like my go-to, bro. I don't know. There's just something about like seeing a white girl in a brown butthole. That just makes no sense to me. You know, because...
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely one you're going to want to pass up on.
Fucking lay up on that bitch.
Yeah.
But no, I remember I just told her, I was like, nah, bro, don't ever send me something like this again. She sent me a picture of her in her bikini, and I said, nope, you crossed the line.
Look, yeah, you set a boundary. If she didn't respect it, that's on her. 100%,
Yeah, dude,
that's on her.
I mean, I'm weird like that, though. I'll be like, you got to respect my boundaries, but if you got boundaries and I think they're retarded, I'm not going to respect it. I think I'm just going to overstep it.
Yeah, I mean, that's
my toxic trait. Like,
yeah, that
all the
seems
way.
bad. Maybe not lead with that one. I wouldn't put that in the Tinder profile.
Dude, I don't know how Tinder works, so I'll let you know how it goes.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never had it. Been in a relationship since I was 16.
Yeah,
so.
dude, I'm jealous. I want your kind of love.
Yeah, it's a good one.
I only want to get back together with one ex, right? And I hope like I could say that. I don't think they're listening to this. I'm chilling. So like, hopefully that love gets rekindled, right? But
yeah,
like I don't. If that's the case, I think I'm tapped out of the dating world for a while.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm
like
tired
I can't picture ever going back out there.
It's hard. It's hard. Like I talked to the same person for 4 years.
Yeah, I've told my girl many times, like if you ever left me, that would pretty much be it.
Yeah,
I mean, that's like if you die, I'm just gonna.
Yeah,
I'm gonna curl up. I'm gonna curtilage or whatever you said earlier.
No, that's not what that means.
I'm gonna curtilage up in the room and just like people are gonna come knock on the door. In like, yeah, he must not be home, and they're like, something stinks. I don't know what that is. And yeah.
So you think like if she was to die tomorrow, you would die 3 days later?
Maybe not,
because like
maybe not that fast, but.
Well, because people like old people like once if their heart's with them, they die with them normally.
Right? Yeah, those are like the saddest, sweetest stories you ever hear ever.
Yeah.
Like Grammy and Pappy were together for 67 years, and they died 2 hours.
Damn,
apart.
you're gonna have that, dude. You're gonna have that. In 68 years, I'm gonna get a random piece of letter in the mail that says "fuck you."
It's gonna be my old ass, just one last middle finger. Be like, my wife died. Like, me too.
And you're like, by the time you're reading this, we're probably already buried.
Yeah, we're probably already dead. I just wanted to let you know.
I won't tell you where.
Yeah, I'm not gonna tell you where.
I'm about to fucking do some dude. Fucking cemeteries are confusing. There needs to be like alphabetical ordered cemeteries.
Yeah, it would certainly help. It's just tough because like, how many A's are we gonna stick over here in this corner? You know,
dude, Z's are gonna have one hell of a free space. That's for sure.
Yeah, they're just like. And then what happens when you run out of room? Like you got to move over like a B towards like you got to pick up this B and then move them towards the back end of the B's.
Well, how many letters are there in alphabet? 26?
26, yeah.
There's 50 states. There's plenty. You could just take a state for each cemetery and you could put it all in warm locations too, honestly.
It's true. You could.
Because I'll explain why. So I went to go see my mom, right? Go drop off flowers. Huge coffee drinker. So I bought a cup of McDonald's coffee, poured it on the grave, said my prayers and stuff. Weird. It's weird, Sat there for a while.
It's okay.
Enjoyed listened to Dave Chappelle and just
when everyone thinks sad sentimental moment, I'm gonna pull up some Dave Chappelle.
Dude, she would have because you can only say so many things when you're there,
Sure.
I guess it's weird. You still have both parents. You won't get it. You're still young.
No, but I've done the whole visit somebody's grave thing and then just stand there in silence because you're like, I don't want to talk.
Oh, dude, I have to. I have no choice. I let my mom know how big of a dick my dad is. I was just like, this fucking asshole
this guy
called me gay. But,
said I was gay because I had a freaking garbage can in the bathroom.
I was fucking, I was trying to find her grave. I'm like, dude, I pull up, I know where it's at, location, everything. Just before, when they built the cemetery, there was still a bunch of open slots on the left-hand side. So everything was open. But then they filled it all up, and I was like, oh, I had to drive down further. And I missed it by one. Dude, I'm walking all these people's graves, and I'm like, oh, shit, sorry. To dead people, by the way. I'm weird.
No, I mean, that's the common response of any regular person, like, oof, sorry.
Yeah, dude, I'm like, sorry, I'm stepping on your grave, trying to find my mother. Is she in this area?
Oh, for dead people. You're like,
Yeah. This probably shows that I don't get haunted that much. But then I found out, fucking after searching for 30 minutes, dude, I finally found her grave. I was one slot over her. And I was like, son of a bitch. And her grave's right up front, dude. I should have just remembered that.
Yeah.
So I took a video for next time. So like,
That's-
it's just like my location.
That's good. No, that's good. The guy who takes care of the grounds is like, is this guy recording?
What's going on, guys, in the cemetery today?
Yeah. Today we're going to dig up whoever we can find.
You still have both parents? I asked you
Yeah,
that earlier.
yeah.
You still have both. How about grandparents?
Yeah. I lost my grandma probably 3 years ago now.
Oh, so you were old enough to be like, well, I had enough time with her.
Yeah, for the most part. I mean, you always want more time, obviously, but yeah.
Not me. My grandma,
Well,
my
yeah.
grandma's not gonna listen to this, so I could say this too. My grandma will talk my fucking ear off, bro. I was at work on lunch. I'm like, Grandma, I gotta go back to work, and then like 15 minutes later, I look at the clock. We're talking about World War II. I'm like, what the fuck?
Dude, old people in World War II. I knew my great grandparents lived forever. So my mom's grandparents lived to be like 90 something years old. So my great grandfather was like a legit World War II vet. Like was over there for a couple years.
Decorated or just he was.
He never
drafted?
talked about it.
Oh, that's how you know he was there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he never talked about it. He's like, war was hell. That's all you want to talk about. Like, what kind of hell? He's like, shut the fuck up and go get me a stogie kind of shit. So you're like, all right, that's pretty badass, actually, when you think about it. But no, I mean, he was legit. So I don't know where I was going with this story, but
How you live forever.
yeah, I mean, he lived for a long time. He'd always just like, he's just grouchy old guy. They were like the couple that was like together for 70 years. She outlived him by a couple of years. My great grandma, she lived for a couple more years after him.
She's probably so fucking happy she didn't wake up to screaming in the middle of the night.
I don't know. I mean, the guy was pretty stone cold. I mean, he was like, he smoked for like 30 years, and the doc's like, if you don't stop, you're gonna die tomorrow. He stopped. Like, he meat cold turkey, everything. Very like strong-willed individual. I mean,
Holy shit, dude! I
Yeah.
mean, the closest I get to that is like edging for 4 days.
yeah, no. I mean, this guy probably could have edged a long time. Rest in peace. You know, he's a hero to the country. But
So-
yeah, I mean, that guy was badass though. He was the one I told you about that had Nazi helmets.
Oh,
Like, he
that's
had
right. Yeah,
He killed the Nazi. That's the only story we got out of him. He killed this guy
and took his shit.
and took his arm buff. He took his helmet and
I
hung
just-
it up in his house.
I just can't believe who they gave it to. Why don't you go ahead and tell them who they gave it to?
He had it was my mom's cousin. He's this gay Jewish fella. He's like, you know what? Give me that. And he took it with him. And he's had it ever since. He lives in California.
He saw what the fuck is wrong with that?
I mean,
picture,
where else
dude?
is there going to be a gay Jew? I mean, let's be honest here.
New York? No,
Maybe. No, yeah,
too
they
much
laugh about
Italian in Boston. Right
Yeah,
now.
they wouldn't allow it. But yeah, I mean, he took it, and he's like one of those gay like.
So is he fascinated by the history, or is he just like legit jizzing in his sleeve?
He was more like, there's nothing more I can do to disrespect the memory of a Nazi than to be a gay Jew and have this up in my house.
Holy shit!
I mean, it was pretty good. I mean, it was pretty sound thinking. I'm like, yeah. If I wanted to piss off a Nazi, I'd have like a gay Jew parade.
Yeah, but you know
around.
how bad that would look in the eyes of someone who doesn't know.
Right. I mean, he's very much closed off individual. He has his husband. He's married.
Oh,
He has his husband. So he's a happy gay Jew. You know?
that's very rare.
Yeah.
That's so you see Jewish people these days, and they're still fucking upset about what happened.
Yeah, I mean, rightfully so.
Are
I
you-
mean,
you think-
a million of them.
Do you think black? Okay. I really,
Get into some uncharted waters here, buddy.
Do you think black people should let it go? Slavery?
Hot topic.
If you say no, you're gonna be like, well, why? Yes,
I don't see what we as Americans now can do to change what happened then, other than to be like, you know what?
No, let's not do it again.
Let's not do it again. We promise, you know. And let's just love each other. Like we always like white people. Their savior on this topic is like Martin Luther King was like, let's move on. And they're like, well,
Dude, white people are crazy as fuck because they'll be like, slavery happened 200 years ago, but then we'll still get upset about 9/11. And I'm just like,
yeah.
by the way, horrible events.
Yeah, no, yeah, disavow
Yeah,
anybody
yeah,
that's
yeah.
like,
Dude, just someone's like right now typing, you racist faggot. Just
yeah,
no, all terrible events, of course, but like,
yeah, no, disavow slavery, disavow 9/11.
Yes.
Not big fans.
yeah, but
yeah.
and like the whole Hitler thing too, you know, just everything that's bad in the
Disavow,
past.
yeah.
But do you think, as America, we're holding on to the like? Okay, fuck, I don't want to. Again, this is all
careful,
bad. This is all
careful.
bad. This is all bad because my
Disavow.
my higher ups are gonna be like, dude, what the fuck is this guy? But do you think that if we were to like let it go, do you think we can move forward, but not forget about it, still teach it?
Yeah, no, I mean, it's important to remember history because those who don't remember history are doing to repeat it, obviously.
We're doing it right now.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Look at all these...
Yeah, careful. Get this guy to calm down. No, I mean, you have to remember history, but you can't, I mean, it's, there's a lot of bridges that we need to build.
Yeah,
to
dude.
get over some of this stuff and move forward. Like, there's a lot of people that are like, yeah, hey, bad, really bad. Can't change it. So, like, the way I live my life is like, there's no point holding on to your anger.
Right?
Because you can't go back and change anything. So what's the point of being mad about everything? Like, you're only making yourself pissed off.
Yeah, literally me. Where's all this wisdom at work when I'm pissed off at the press, dude?
Dude, I mean, that's righteous anger, I think. If you want to swear at a piece of metal, it's an inanimate object. I'll beat the shit out of that thing right now. But, no, people, those are different. People.
I guess. I feel like as history moves on, we should not forget about it. Obviously, like, other countries look at our country and they're like, yeah, bro, like, Japan tells every country, don't attack the boats. That's a real thing.
Yeah. They're like, hey, these guys threw the sun at us twice, and they were like, you want to fucking sack up one more time? And we're like, we're good.
We attacked them on their day off, and they somehow managed to come in, not even fully clothed, and we lost. I was just telling one of my friends, she's from Australia, and I was like, how do you guys view, did I tell you about this at work?
Maybe, but go ahead and tell it again.
I was like, how do you guys view America? She's like, you guys got the Marines over there, right? I was like, no, we got more than that. We got boats and planes and guys who dress up like Marines, which is the Army, which is all service across, like, amazing.
Respect our troops.
Yeah, unless they come home, then you could give them a nice warm box to sleep in.
Yeah, it's tough. It's not great.
No, it is not. We need to fucking fix that bullshit.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that are like, hey, maybe clean that up a little bit.
But I remember we were talking about it, and she's just like, yeah, she's like, we just, our country knows not to fuck with your country, and we don't joke about it. We see how UK makes jokes, and we don't want to go that far.
Yeah.
The UK is just stupid as fuck. I don't even know why that.
I mean, they were like, it's crazy when you really think about it. Because this was the British Royal Empire lost to 13 fucking colonies of people being like, you want to sack up? Because we're fucking ready to roll. And they lost, and they're like still talking shit.
Yeah, dude,
And you look at World War II, let's look at the history going forward. These guys were dead in the water.
Oh.
Before the U.S. was like, we'll bail you out,
All right.
Again.
It's like that older brother you have to call over every time, but you don't want to because he's a total ass about.
I hear about this at Thanksgiving for like the next 10 years. God damn it.
Yeah. Oh, God, I would kill myself if I sound like that one night. I would fucking kill myself. I can't.
I mean, some of them are pretty chill. I'm a big fan of Gordon Ramsay. I love the way he curses.
That doesn't even count, dude. He fucking lives here most of the time.
That's true. He does pretty much.
He probably turns off the camera and just talks like us.
Yeah, he just. Oh, fuck me. I gotta drop the accent now. He's like, oh. Thank God, that's over with.
Dude, his fucking wife's in the background shaking her head.
She's like, God damn it.
Like, his kids, I used to make this joke about how Gordon Ramsay prioritizes his kitchen over everything else. Because it zoomed out. It was like him in his kitchen, he was cooking, and the show was ending, so it zoomed out and showed his whole house. Mm-hmm. The house was like the size of, I'll just use my living room and my kitchen. And where my TV stands at to the wall was all kitchen, and the rest was all bedrooms. So his kids are sleeping in these fucking closets while he's like.
They probably got like those Japanese like drawer beds that look like he just stacks his kids in there.
Yeah, yeah, that's how I always imagine how his house would look like because I just watch on TV like, dude, this guy loves his kitchen so much. Wife comes in, overcooks a peanut butter and jelly, he fucking just loses his mind.
Dude, yeah, he's like, why the fuck are you cooking a peanut butter and jelly to begin with?
Keenan will cook anything in a fucking smoker, so that's not...
Yeah, smoked peanut butter. That probably wouldn't be that bad, though. Like smoked peanut butter and jelly.
Are you saying it would be that bad because the bread would be toasted with the smoky flavor?
Right, yeah, smoky flavor.
Yeah, I feel like it would really carry on.
Right.
But I guess it depends on the type of coals you're using because there's like apple wood coals, which are pretty nice. Are you getting a phone call right now?
I was getting a phone call, but we can circle back to that guy later. He's probably... I mean, yeah, he's been calling me about shit all week. Dude, one of those fringe guys, that's just like, hey, man. I want to tell you about my entire life right now. I'm
dude, like, literally, I hate when people call me. Mm-hmm. I have one of my friends from school, and he'll call me like, what are you doing? Every fucking day, throughout Monday through Friday, 10 a.m., what are you doing? I'm at work, dude.
Right.
Text me on a Saturday and Sunday, and then ask me what I'm doing. I guarantee the answer will be really much different.
Right.
And then he's like, lame. I'm like, Lane, what the fuck are you doing? He's like, I'm at work. I'm like, wow.
What are we talking about then?
Why are you at work and I'm at work and we're both not working?
Right.
You know, he's like a teacher and shit. I guess like kids badmouth him all the time. Just I'm like, yeah. He's like, kids don't hit their kids anymore. I'm like, yeah, they don't.
No, parents don't hit their kids, and it shows. Like going back into the coaching thing a little bit.
Yeah.
There's some real some kids are not disciplined, and it shows. And it's always the kid that's like, "Fuck this team. I don't need this team." You know.
Oh, so it's all about me.
Right. Very selfish player, and then like the kid that's like the really good player that had good parents, you could tell. Like you can always tell. Like there's always kids that are good that are like, my parents only care about me as an athlete, and then there's kids that are really good. They're like, my parents care about me as a human being. And
so when I walked in, right, interrupting your story here.
Yeah.
What kind of parents did you think I have? Because if you work with so many kids, right? You're only 2 years older than me, but you're older, so like. Yeah. So what kind of kid do you think I was when you met me?
I would have probably been able to put together that you didn't have parents that paid much attention to you. Usually the guys that are just like talking shit, talking a lot, you're like, yeah, this guy didn't have parents that loved him, did he?
Yeah, dude, not at all. That's fucking, that's wild to me because I get that a lot. Like, sure. I remember like me and Claudia, I think it was like our third date in. She goes, "Are you and your family like on good terms, or like what's the deal?" Because at the time, me and my dad,
she's like, "What the fuck happened to you, dude?"
She was asking like a genuine like way, like is this like your third date in? At that point, like
you gotta start getting to know you.
Yeah, like you really gotta be like, hey, like. The first date, probably don't tell her that, hey, me and my dad don't get along, my mom's dead, and my brother's abusive, and I take care of my other brother.
Yeah, that's
like,
a lot of.
Don't get into that, right?
Right.
But like, I remember she like was asking, just trying to get more know about me. And I was like, at the time, me and my dad weren't talking. Like we're on like one of those weird phases, like we are right now, right?
Sure.
We gotta wait for someone to die for us to reconnect, kinda.
Right. No, I understand that.
I was like, yeah, how'd you know? She's like, I could just tell by the way you just like talk. I was like, holy shit, you know.
That's one thing I've picked up on is like. The patterns you see in kids,
right?
Like you see them in adults too. Like you don't look at another adult, like, especially somebody that's older than you. You don't look at them and think like, man, your parents didn't love you. Like
holy
you don't
shit.
ever think that. But like there's some kids like you see, and then like you see an adult act like that. You're like, this is the same person. They're just different people.
Yeah. Do you ever see kids? So in school, I used to. Okay, it actually backfired because they found out I was actually retarded. So I used to act retarded to get retarded results.
Right.
And then they ended up finding out that like, oh shit, he actually has a learning disability. And they're like, Right. Like it was kind of like a loss on that end.
They're like, oh fuck, we were right the whole time, huh? This kid called his shot.
Yeah, because like I would like one day act like a kid who just could not hear. Just bored as fuck. Now I actually can't hear. I took that shit for granted.
Yeah, that was guys like, you want to roll the dice, buddy? See what it lands on? Go ahead, act deaf.
Yeah, so I remember that. And dude, I lost my train of thought again. I just started thinking about God rolling dice.
Yeah.
Just like that.
Imagine it. God's like, that's how God decides people's fate.
Playing just fucking Yahtzee.
Playing dice. We got snake eyes. He's going to get a venom bite, baby.
How do you feel about dominoes when it comes to black people playing dominoes?
Black folks playing dominoes?
Yeah, that game is not really hard, actually. It's just like, if they throw down a 2 and a 5, you better have a 5 or a 2.
I don't have any thoughts on anybody playing dominoes.
No? You ever play it, though?
Not really. I mean, I played Mexican Train.
What the fuck is that?
That's a game with dominoes. It's pretty much just regular dominoes, but you got like this little toy train you got to move up.
Oh, okay. So how do you win dominoes?
I have no idea. I've never played actual dominoes in my life.
I haven't either.
I always just played with the dominoes like a normal kid.
Dude, black people are always just coming up with the most creative ways to pass time. I respect it. 100% respect it.
Is that an exclusively black thing? I'm not aware of that.
I've just never seen white people play it, so I'm just assuming. I used to have like, for example, I never had I had a friend named DeMorion. That was his name. My brother used to call him DeMoron all the time.
Boy.
And so, had the worst stutter, bro. We were best friends, actually. Had the worst stutter, and he had really bad asthma. And so one day he was like forcing me to play like some Sonic game, dude. And I remember he just like was super hot out and he passed out like fucking a mile and a half away. And he was just like dying for air. And I was like, oh, what the fuck? I'm like, where's your inhaler? He's like, in my room. I'm like, you dumb bitch. It's fucking hot outside. So I forgot where I'm going with the story, but I'll just keep telling it. And so I ran back to his house. And as he was at his aunt's house, that's where he lived. And I was like, "Where's his inhaler?" She goes, "Here you go." This is what's wrong? And it's like, he's dying out there. And I run out, and she gets in her car. She's fucking running. Didn't offer me a ride to the location, which is kind of stupid. But
you're just like running over there. Like, did he make it? She's like, no, actually.
Yeah, and so we he gets the inhaler. He's fine. He lives. And then he's like, you did want to play some dominoes? And I'm like, you know what, man? I just almost watched you die. I'm going to go home and eat a bowl of cereal.
Yeah, I'm going to walk this one off.
Yeah, and his name, Miss Regina. That doesn't sound like a black lady's name. I don't know what does. Miss Regina, she was, only reason why I say it's only exclusive to black people is what we're going for, is because black people play the weirdest fucking games, which is making me play Sonic. And he never let me actually be Sonic.
You know, that's... I had a friend growing up. I only went to his house a couple times.
Yeah.
His name was Tyrone. Yeah,
No, you're fucking lying.
You can figure out what he looks like. You know,
Yeah,
went over there a couple times. It was Sonic and Mario, and that was it. That's all they were playing there.
Black people love Sonic, dude. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I was surprised because I had cousins who were very nerdy that like they played Mario. And, like, it was two very different cultures, and they're like, we're bridging the gap, you know? 9 years old, I'm like, I solved racism.
Yeah.
It's this little Italian plumber.
Actually, he always made me play Sonic with him. But, like, he would get bored of the video game and then drag me outside to play it in person. And I wanted to kill myself. And he whipped me with the tree branch across my back. I was just like, ah.
This is not a great friend, it sounds like.
Nah, we fucking ended up becoming friends with this guy named JV. You can paint the picture. I lived in a black neighborhood, right?
Okay.
So, I remember JV's like, "You want to ditch him?" I was like, "Fuck yeah, I do." Little did we know, this fucker could run, dude.
Fuck yeah, he's Sonic the Hedgehog. Yeah, he could fucking run.
I was like, "Dude, I thought you had asthma." He goes, "I do, but it only flares up when it's super."
Yeah, he's like, "I do, but I took a steroid today, so I can keep up with you fellas."
He's like,
indubitably.
He's like, "So where are we going?" And we were like, we're going to McDonald's." Just like we went there, and we watched him. Like, he was one of those black people where it's like, I have money and I know you don't, but I'm not buying anything. So we watched him eat like a whole Big Mac meal. It's like a 10-year-old. This is big.
Right.
And we were just, like, JV's like, "This is our chance to ditch him." So he went to the bathroom. We just left.
Oh.
Yeah, dude. But
Demarion wasn't your friend after that, was he?
No. He still knocked on my door tonight to hang out. I was like, "Yeah, man, this just isn't working out." I was like,
that's tough as a 10-year-old to be like, "Yeah, I know exactly what is wrong with this."
Well, what really pushed me over was he had a younger kid. He was like 3 years old. Meme. We called him Meme. I don't know why. Some little black kid.
That's like the weirdest name I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Why would you call somebody that?
Yeah. So Meme. I think he got the name because he just went meh a lot. So they just called him that. And I remember, like, we saw him throw a rock, like this pretty big rock up in the air, like 30 feet, dude. And just comes straight back down his fucking head, just starts crying. I was just dude, we were watching him do it. Like, we were watching, like, behind the fence. And we were going to stop him, dude. We watched him throw it up. And I was like, there's no way this hits this guy in the head. Fucking right on the dome. Fucking, like, cracked the skull, needed stitches.
Good God.
Yeah,
no wonder he was on the ground. He was like, man. Like, oh, he's bleeding out.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, somebody should do something about that.
Yeah, dude, Meme was he was a character. And then got a hold of his dad's beer. Child Protective Services got involved. It was insane.
Where did you grow up? Because it wasn't around here.
No, it was not. It was in the city.
All right. Yeah, that checks out.
Yeah, it makes more. I was between, like, the really nice suburbs and the city. So, shit.
Right,
much.
yeah.
Well, the neighborhood was good. The people were nice.
Sure.
Black people throw the best block parties.
That's what I've heard.
That's
what I've heard.
They shut down we called it a cul-de-sac. It was literally
Yeah.
shaped like a U. And you drive in apartments all around black people, Hispanics.
Sure.
And they were, like, retarring it. So it was closed for, like, a month. And they're like, "Dude, there's no cars here. Let's throw a huge block party." Fucking everybody had their grills out. We're all fucking
Dude, that barbecue was fucking good, I bet.
Dude, it was amazing. I was like, "I love you, Miss Regina."
Oh, yeah.
My Miss Ruby, she was also black. Fucking, I had to tell you they're black because I know you could picture it, but people are like, Ruby sounds like a slut name.
Yeah, but Miss Ruby, when you put it like that, you're like, nice lady.
Yeah. Oh, very nice lady.
Nice
but
grits.
looking back, I think she was an alcoholic.
Could have been.
Yeah, she
Possibly.
always had a beer and a cigarette, dude.
Yeah, maybe she's pretty functioning, though, which isn't that bad.
Nah. There's nothing wrong with a functioning alcoholic. That's just like me drinking water. I need it to live.
Right. Yeah, that's the same thing. Totally.
So you didn't grow up around a lot of black people, did you?
No, it's a very small farm community. Couple
what the
Hispanic
fuck?
kids, couple black kids. Not a whole lot of diversity. I went to black church every Sunday, though.
Black church is crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, like where we would go to church. Not a lot of Caucasians there. Mostly black folk. Very sweet, very kind. And every Sunday service, I'm down in the youth side.
Yeah.
And the pastor was white, and there was it was pretty mixed. It was half black kids, and then there was Hispanic
Black
kids.
people are the best preachers out there.
Dude, they go crazy with it.
They do. They get into it.
They're up there sweating. They got their nice little
little handkerchief.
Yeah, handkerchief. The Lord. And you're getting into it. You're like, the Lord is speaking right now.
You think Jose from work gets that deep?
Oh, absolutely.
You fucking think so?
Oh, I bet he speaks so fast in Spanish. You know? And everyone's just sitting there.
Dude, he writes a lot for his church service.
Sure.
He should be in the office sending emails, dude. He's just in there fucking typing away for about God.
Yeah, I mean, because you think where I went to church, services was an hour and a half. You're there.
Yeah, you're in it.
You're in it.
Yeah.
And there's no letting up. You know, there's no letting up. One verse is 20 minutes. You know, if they came in, we got about 5 or 6 verses we're going over today. You're like, whew.
Yeah, dude.
You better take the shoes off. You can be there for a while. Get comfortable, brother.
I don't mind church, honestly. It's not as bad as people joke about it, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on what kind of church you're going to.
I agree.
Too.
You got to feel that warm feeling, right? Like when I went to Missouri
Yeah.
and I went to church there, that was probably one of the best churches I've ever been to. Makes me actually want to move to Missouri just to attend that
Missouri
church.
is it's a good spot. It's hot down there, but it's a good spot.
There's a lot of crackheads though. Lots.
Can be, yeah.
Lots.
Yeah, but they got a nice theme park down there and a giant CC's Pizza, so it's pretty worth it.
When you say theme park and how we mix crackheads, I just know that Shane Gillis skit where it's we want my sister to stop doing heroin, but I guess that's the bottom of the low. Some of my favorite skits from him. Have you heard it?
No.
Dude, look up his sister and him go to Six Flags. It's fantastic.
Yeah, I'll have to check him out later.
It's a 30-second clip. It's funny as fuck because that's
I'm
just.
seeing him next month.
I'm jealous. I'll be gone.
In June,
I'm just fucking jealous. I'm gonna have to go to his next show in fucking Milwaukee or something.
It's in Green Bay the next night.
Yeah, that doesn't help me any.
Yeah, same weekend.
He's pretty good. You know, I was told I was kind of you remind me of Shane Gillis. The way you talk and joke.
This is this is not the first time I've heard this. Somebody else said it to me once, and I took it as a great compliment.
It's a pretty good compliment. It's pretty good.
Yeah, so
I was told I sound like Theo Von.
A little bit with the out-of-pocket things you say. Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah. I mean, I like it. I like Theo Von. I feel like he just quickly died out, though.
I don't think he's died out. He just kind of, he's not, there's only so many sound clips you could say before they all start sounding pretty much the same.
I guess, yeah. I know he just had sketch on a podcast, and I gotta listen to that tomorrow when I go bowling. I got an hour drive. I'm gonna listen to that fucking podcast. It's gonna be fucking banger.
Right.
What's your opinion on sketch? You like sketch, right?
Yeah, I mean, I tried to avoid the whole sketch fandom thing for a while, just because
Really?
it was such a huge wave, and I'm like, I'm not gonna get sucked into that.
Dude, I got sucked into it. I
did eventually get sucked into it because when everybody's going big time plays, and they're doing the thing with they pump the fist and then they put the finger up. I'm like, that's kind of sick, actually.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy. That kid I hate that he got the good autism.
Oh man, yeah. I mean, there's isms out there.
Yeah.
There's racism, and then there's autism.
I got both.
There's good and bad autisms. He got the good tism. He's got a good ism.
He does. He does have a good
A
ism.
strong ism. And the glasses, the dorky glass. I mean, those things where they make his eyes look like they're.
I don't think he has choice on that. I really don't.
Probably not, but they definitely help his character.
I don't think he has a choice on that. I think it helps his character. It does. People say it's fake. His character's fake. I'm like, he's just embracing the fact that he's retarded.
Yeah, a little bit.
There is nothing wrong with that.
No, nothing wrong at all. And even if it is fake, who gives a fuck?
It's funny.
You really think John Cena's out there being like, people definitely can't fucking see me? Obviously, that's not fucking real.
Yeah.
So
I'm trying to think of something so out of pocket to tell you right now. I just got nothing, man. I draw blanks on the mic sometimes, but at work, dude, I'll bombard you with shit.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of things you come up, and I can't think of them right now either. But
yeah, I mean,
right in the middle of when I'm trying to get stuff done, you'll be like, "Hey, I got a question for you." I'm like, Jesus Christ. All right, yeah, no, go ahead. What's going on?
And you're still like trying to work, and I'm speaking over the phone. Do you think? Just like
yeah, I mean, I'm kind of. Sometimes I feel bad about that because I'll do that to literally everybody.
Oh no, I do it too.
Like if somebody's trying to talk to me when I'm working, I'm like, I'm not stopping.
Yeah, because you don't want to fuck up the rhythm. Right,
I'm still moving here.
So
and if they're standing there for like more than 5 minutes, then I'll be like huffy about it. I'll be like, and I'll fucking turn the machine off. I'm like, yeah. And they're like, oh yeah, should probably let you get back to work. Oh, you think? A little time sensitive here.
That's literally what I fucking tell you all the time. Like, oh, you look busy after I've already disturbed 7 minutes of your run.
Like, yeah, thanks for figuring that out finally.
Oh my, yeah. Sometimes I just think of something I just gotta tell somebody.
No, I mean yeah.
I remember when I asked Justin, I'm like, you ever edge yourself so hard like you start to cry? He's like, I don't even know what edging is. I was like, bro, I know you got toys, I got toys. Like, let's just like sex toys, right?
Yeah.
And
no, like, I was able to figure that one out. Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, no. He's like, I've never heard of edging. I'm like, what did you guys used to call? He's like, climax. I was like, okay, Grandpa.
Yeah, well, I mean, edging is a fairly new term. I just learned about that last year.
You don't know? Oh, dude, I've known about edging since I think I came up with it secretly.
Could have been. Yeah.
I've said so much shit.
There's like that Michael Scott moment where he's like, when I was a kid, without ever seeing a unicorn, I imagined it. That's you with edging.
I fucking The Office is supposed to reboot too for like 10 episodes. Did you ever watch The Office? By the way.
Oh yeah, I was a big fan of The Office.
I was too.
Like everybody was in high school, you know.
I didn't like it at first. Same with Friends. I actually got into it because my ex.
Yeah.
She used to watch it a lot, and then I just got into it. Jennifer Aniston on screen, titties out. I'm like, fuck, you know.
The early seasons are hard to ignore.
Oh, dude, it really. How cold it was in that building, dude.
They know what they were doing.
You think she was getting a pay raise for that?
No. They
Oh.
all got paid the same.
Did they really though?
Yeah.
You think so?
That was like their big thing. That
Why?
was like what they were known for because they didn't want anybody to get jealous of somebody else. They were just like, you know what, we're going to make the same money all the time, and we're going to keep the show together.
No bonuses, no overtime. Once your clock hits 80 hours this week, you're getting the fuck out.
Yeah, we're done. We're done. Yeah.
I was just talking about, that's why George Lopez failed as a show. You know, George Lopez had like 300 episodes, not one sex scene, not one nipple slip. It was supposed to be like a kid's show. I'm like, it was Nick at Night.
Right.
It was Nick at Night.
I mean, it didn't start on Nick at Night, but yeah, when they
Did it not?
No. Nick at Night's like pretty exclusively reruns. But I'm sure it was probably on like ABC or something like that when it first came out.
That's still like an adult TV channel.
Yeah, I mean for the
Cartoon
most part.
Network, Disney, like, I'm not expecting it to be air on fucking Nickelodeon during the day with nipples hanging out. No one's gonna give a fuck then.
No, definitely not.
Kids are getting hard-ons about Ninja Turtles and SpongeBob. But that's why George Lopez failed. It's because no nip slips, no sex scenes, nothing. The Friends, dude, mastered it. So did Big Bang Theory. Always having their nipples show at least one every 3 episodes.
Yeah, I never watched Big Bang Theory. I heard good things though.
It ended.
I kind of got a beef with it though, because you know that there was the reason that Steve Carell never won an Emmy. He never won like an Emmy for
because of Big Bang Theory.
Yeah, because they always gave it to that Jim Parsons guy, the guy who plays Sheldon. They gave it to him like every year.
He's gay. Did you know that?
I was able to piece that together without hearing about it, but yeah.
I remember when I found that out. I found that out, and Big Bang Theory was still airing new shows every Thursday. And me and my dad, back before he told me to like leave him alone. Remember?
Yeah.
I was like, Dad, he's gay? My dad's like, yeah. I'm like, well, now I don't want to watch it no more.
Yeah.
Because now watching him as a gay guy, as a kid, I'm like, dude, this makes fucking sense. He's lying to you, Amy. You know?
No, he's not in it for the chicks.
No, he is not. I don't understand. I mean, young Sheldon's still very big right now.
Yeah, I mean, that just ended.
It did.
Like a couple weeks ago.
Oh, did like final series, everything. Like, I know the dad died. I know it's because I like watch clips.
Yeah, well, they talked about that in the regular show too, I guess.
What?
Like his dad being dead.
Oh, yeah, his dad was dead, and I guess, like, call me stupid, but I like the way they aired Big Bang Theory, and then they went back to show his childhood, but I feel like it would have made... There's no extra steps for, like, Leonard, you know, anyone else. Like, why is it just him?
Right.
Is he the main character of that show, really?
I guess. I mean, he was the most popular one on the show. He was the one winning the Emmy every year. Fucking cucked Steve Carell out of it. So that's a shame.
You're really upset about this, aren't you?
Michael Scott never got an Emmy. What the fuck's that about?
He should have.
Definitely should have.
But
it's one of the most popular TV shows of all time.
So you're saying that he won one, so he should never been called back to even be in the seating.
No, I mean, there's, if you deserve it, you deserve it, I suppose. But it's a fucking shame Steve Carell never got it. He won a Golden Globe one year, which is kind of the...
Michael Scott.
Steve Carell won a Golden Globe for Michael Scott. 1 year. But that was a Golden Globe. Like, Emmy, like, this is exactly for TV. And the TV critics were like...
What's the Golden Globe?
Golden Globe's like movies and TV.
Ugh.
They cover both. It's such a long show. I don't watch it anymore.
Dude, I would just probably look at an NFL draft sheet and just be like, oh, perfect.
Right.
I don't need to watch fucking...
Yeah, I mean, the only time I ever watched was when they had Ricky Gervais on there. He's up there cooking celebrities left and right.
I fucking love that shit.
He's so good at it. He's like, last time, I don't care. He's like, I know Jeffrey Epstein's your friend, but he's dead. I don't care.
Holy shit.
Yeah, went at him. That was good.
Do you think, like, what do you think's going on Jeffrey Epstein's island right now? Nothing? You think it's just not being used? Or you think kids are, like, chewing their ankles off to get out of the cages?
No, I'm sure there's nobody there now. Like, no kids there, for sure. But, because they definitely investigated that. But
did they go over there, though?
I'm sure somebody did. Like, I don't know, I saw a video of this guy, he, like, snuck onto the island, and there was security crawling around the place.
How the fuck would you even get over there?
A boat, usually.
Yeah, but, like, if you're... I'm saying if the island is, like, out, like, 500 miles every direction, right? 500 miles. So you're going to fucking... You're out there. You're not going to hear a boat engine or, like, see someone crawling up.
He had, like, a little dinghy.
That you still would hear the fucking...
I guess if you're far enough away on a boat, like, you could just be like, that's a boat passing by. But if you get on a little dinghy, you can't really see it. I mean, the ocean's pretty hard to see shit out there. It'd be like...
No, it's... I guess, maybe if you're a mile out...
I don't know. In the video, I don't know if it was fucking real or not, but the guy was like, I snuck onto Jeffrey Epstein's island, and he got chased off by a bunch of people. But I don't know. I mean,
chased off where? To his fucking boat?
Yeah, he got chased back onto his boat. And
God forbid it Scooby-Dooed his ass and didn't start. Like,
right, yeah. But, yeah, I don't know. I mean, we'd have to ask some of the celebrities that were over there.
Nah, dude, I don't know why that shit's not even on trial. I would skip work to watch that on TV.
Oh, my God. We all would. We would have to hook it up into the break room and be like, look, dude, this is very clearly more important than anything we're fucking out there. He's like, it's just our livelihood. I'm
dude,
like, and Trump, what about the kids?
Trump comes on there. I guess Trump was there. Stephen Hawking was there, which was basically like a tease to him because his dick didn't work.
Well, Trump was never there.
Oh, I thought he was.
He was pictured with Epstein.
Oh, okay.
Like long before everybody knew who he was. And the story with Trump and Epstein is that Epstein had like some kind of thing with somebody. We good?
Yeah, you're good. Keep talking.
But he had something with Epstein did something like some girl that Trump knew. It was like neighbors with her or something like that. And Epstein tried pulling some shit on her. And then Trump was like, found out about it. And he's like, nope, cut this fucking guy out. Like, never talk to him again. Like, sure, that's what that's the story that I heard.
Where did Melania come from?
Melania? Yeah. I don't know. Her mom's vagina, I guess. But, I mean, good-looking lady. Trump's got a lot of money. It's not his first wife.
It is not. I don't know what the fuck just happened. I just ordered a new cord for this. It's already acting up. I got 2 new mics coming in. I'm just waiting for them to get delivered. But I don't know. Let's hope the guy didn't fuck up my audio. It shouldn't have. That's why I've been watching it here and there. Sure. Melania's kind of hot, though, for her age.
She's a good-looking lady, yeah.
Yeah, and
nice first lady.
You think that's his son?
Do I think what?
Do you think that's his son?
Which one?
Barron?
Yeah.
Barron?
Oh, yeah.
How
Barron
you say
looks exactly like him. Kid's tall as shit.
Oh, that's what I'm saying, dude. Motherfucker got that.
6'6" or something like that.
Yeah.
He's starting point guard.
Dude, seriously.
For real. He's out here dunking on people, dude.
The only thing you think Trump's gonna win the next election?
I think he should. I definitely don't think people are going to look at the last 4 years and be like, yeah, let's fucking run it back.
Yeah, let's put this bitch in again.
I mean, there are some people out there who are like, let's roll the dice. Let's see what happens to Joe here. I mean, I don't know. It's hard to say for sure because Joe doesn't seem really like he's all there. You know,
yeah,
Shane Gillis, like, he's not home. No one's home. You know,
he's not. No one's home. He's not home. And the oven's on.
Yeah, and the oven's on. We don't know what's going on. Every time they put him up and like in front of cameras and stuff, like that video he did where he's like challenging Trump to a debate, like that took like 45 takes. He's like, I hear you're free on Wednesday. Wednesday. Am I saying that right? Wednesday. That is all right.
His wife refuses to be seen by camera at this point.
Jill?
Yeah, she's.
Yeah, because he keeps saying he's Jill. So. That shit was, I'm Joe Biden. This is my wife, Joe Biden. They're
Dude,
like,
Kamala Harris, dude, Biden starts coughing too hard at the table. She's over here like a fly on the wall, dude, waiting.
God help us if that lady gets in as president.
I like how people go, he picked her because she's a good individual. I'm like, she had 1% of the population's vote. I want you to rethink his choices here.
And honestly, she was up there shit talking him too. Like, he didn't pick her because he liked her, because she's a good individual. Like, pretty clearly there was some friction there early on.
Oh, I agree.
And she was like, it was a debate. Like, okay, all right, well, you still said it, so that's out there. So, you never know. I don't know. Tough to say.
I agree. Well, before my fucking mic decides to be retarded again and corrupt my audio file, because if it corrupts this audio file, sometimes it's good. Sometimes I've had people come back on the podcast and they're like, dude, this one was better than the first time. I don't think it's going to be like this for that, but I'm scared it will do that. That's why I got 2 new ones coming in. But that's why I was like, we can hold on to it for you. I was like, no, I'll just ship it to my house. I was I'd rather not come in the store, because last time I went in the store, this guy tried just ripping me off. So my PC parts came in, so I'm pretty excited.
Nice.
Yeah, but these mics were like $400. I was like, oh my God. Just hope the guy can continue my podcasting.
Taking this pretty seriously, huh? That's a big investment.
It's growing, so it's kind of just a fucking...
Yeah.
Yeah, and if it gets too big, you could be like, hey, no homo. If it's too big, you could just be like, hey, take down that one podcast and be on it. My coach listens to it,
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we'll see.
My friend thought it was a good podcast, and he would laugh at it with his earbuds in, and his wife found out about the podcast, so she just started listening in. So she would sometimes say shit that I would say, and he would be like, what? They've been married for like 3 months. I don't think it's going to last. Hope to God they're not listening to this podcast. She's
listening to it right now. She's like, oh, shit. Really?
Yeah.
He's like, go ahead, keep talking about it.
But it's already been an hour and 35 minutes. I'm going to close up the podcast there. You got anything you want to add? This might be your first and last time on the podcast. Who knows?
Yeah, I guess we'll see.
Yeah. And if this audio gets corrupted, I'll fucking just... Can it come back out?
Maybe. I don't know. I mean, this is like one of those like movies you get to the end, you're like, is there going to be a sequel?
Yeah.
We don't really know. The ending was kind of confusing.
Yeah, it's kind of mixed signals here, but
we'll see.
Yeah, I appreciate you being on the podcast.
Yeah, well, hey, thanks.
Good story times.
Yeah.
Now I got to manage to get myself and go into the gym after this. So
good luck with that.
I'm about to take 400 milligrams of caffeine. But
there we go. Yeah. That's a good start. I'm going to go home and go to bed. Because I'm tired.
What the fuck? It's 6:15.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know. I might go out and get beer later too.
Maybe I won't go to bed. I'll probably take a nap on the couch. Wake up at like 8ish. Eat like a burrito or something.
Be
then
fully energized and be laying in bed till midnight.
Be laying in bed, staring at the ceiling, and then like my little sleep monster's like, "Hey man, let's do some shit." I'm like, "Go fuck yourself. I'm trying to get some sleep."
Just take fucking NyQuil once you're done. Wake up.
That's when it gets worse, and the monster's like really in my face. But whatever.
Other than that, thank you for listening in on my fucking podcast. If you guys did manage to listen to the whole hour and fucking 38 minutes, if the audio's good, cool, like it. Show your grandpa. Maybe he'll laugh. I don't know. My grandpa doesn't really laugh. He's dead. Your face is just like, dude, this guy's family's dead all around. But other than that, don't forget to fucking like it. And share it with your friends and family. That helps me too. And subscribing is also free because I'm tired of going to work every day to like hurt my knees to forge a part that I have to take the die out 7 times. So that helps me out a lot as well. Other than that, you guys probably go fuck yourselves.